our Southam Basin. Job today is to take Southam down to Guide Bridge to go on the slipway. I'm just emerging from the mist. There's Kim on his little boat. So we're on our way, just setting out. Kim's starting to take the strain with his little boat. Nessie's steering. It's passing Guide Bridge Mill now. To watch out for the trees because on the roof now it's quite high up. Whoa!
Oh, it's coming off now, it's sliding off.
We're at the Ashton Packet Boat Company in Guide Bridge near Ashton-under-Lyne, and behind you can see Southam, which is up on the slipway. It was built in 1936 as a butty, that's an unpowered boat, to work between London and Birmingham mainly for the Grand Union Canal Carrying Company. Worked like doing that for 30 odd years up till 1962 when she was sold off. Eventually converted, had a full length cabin put on, which is mostly under tarpaulins at the moment. It's fitted with an engine, and she became a pleasure boat stroke residential boat for many years. And then we got her in 1992, sunk, was abandoned, impounded by British Waterways. We bought her for £525, the most expensive boat we've ever bought. Pumped her out, brought her up north, dealt with her problems, and she's been a useful boat ever since. But she's the best unrestored boat. That is, she's good enough to do a bit of work every few years and keep her going, rather than being so bad that we have to strip the whole boat down and start again, as we did with Hazel. She was built in 1936 at Rickmansworth. She's what's known as a Big Ricky. The Big Rickies were all named after towns, and Southam was a town in Warwickshire where, by coincidence, I went to school. She's been used for a lot of towing work. She towed Lilith down to Lincoln in 2011 in order to collect timber for rebuilding Hazel. She did a lot of towing on recycling trips. And then, what was about 2014, I think, the transmission broke and we had a load of other problems to deal with, and we were busy rebuilding Hazel, so she got put to one side. We replaced a load of planks in 2019. They're straight planks along the middle of the boat, and at that point realised that the stern end was getting rather weak, and the plan was to get on with what we're doing now in 2020. 5 years later, because of all the disruption caused by COVID, we're actually getting round to it. The reason we're here rather than at the boatyard in Staley Bridge, mainly because taking a boat out of the water at Staley Bridge is a bit traumatic for the boat. Now that doesn't matter if you're going to do a complete rebuild like we did on Hazel, but on a boat like this, which is quite heavy and quite old, then basically by the time we'd pull the boat out up at Staley Bridge, we'd need to do a rebuild anyway, because it would do so much damage. We decided we needed to strengthen up the stern end, so we've done that. We've bolted, we've basically sandwiched the wood in steel, so she's become an ironclad. And we've done general maintenance. I've just been caulking the bottom where it was leaking, and we've given her a coat of black goo, which helps to preserve her. And when she goes back into the water, a replacement engine will be going in. The next job is going to be renewing most of the wood in the cabin, refitting it out, and making it habitable again and useful, which is what's going to swallow up most of the money, really, because although we can get a fair bit of reclaimed wood, a fair bit of wood for free. We always end up having to buy stuff, and it's very expensive nowadays, and the sealants and so on, and really it gets done in a reasonable time. So now we're busy getting her up and running again, and in the future she's going to have a sort of multifunctional role. We're putting a new second-hand engine in, similar to the one she was fitted with in 1965. So she'll be able to do some towing. We'll be able to tow Hazel, the Wellbeing boat. Give Forget-Me-Not a break on that job. She'll be able to go away to waterway events to represent the society. She'll be able to provide accommodation for visiting volunteers. And we even think we might set up a bit of a craft shop on board and travel around, have volunteers taking her around the different events, sell some items that we've made and raise a few bob to keep the boats going. So yeah, it's a boat for everybody to use, really. So we've said we're looking for £5,000, and some people say, "Oh, how are you going to spend £5,000 doing that?" It's working an old wooden boat. £5,000 is loose change, really. It cost £140,000 to rebuild Hazel. Actually, having your own boat is a big commitment, really. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'd love to," but when they get one, they often find out that they're bitten off more than they can chew. Whereas if you get involved with the Wooden Canal Boat Society, there's plenty of boating opportunities, and there's plenty of interesting voluntary jobs to do. We could do with a lot more volunteers, actually, especially ones who are able to say, well, you know, take on an area of what we do and look after it, especially if they've got relevant skills. And they can donate some money. That will always help, or get involved with other aspects of the society. I mean, we run a charity shop which is short of volunteers. That's our main income source at the moment. It sort of it raises enough money to deal with the overheads, but it doesn't really put much towards boat restorations. We've got a boatyard up at Staley Bridge that needs a lot of sorting out, ready for the next boat up there. Well, we run Hazel, the Wellbeing boat. That is a butty, it has to be towed, so it's towed at the moment by Forget-Me-Not. So we take people, very often people who've been suffering from mental health issues, etc., out for trips on that. And it seems to do them a world of good. So yeah, there's opportunities to get involved with crewing, learn how to handle a pair of boats, motor and butty.
You haven't found a hole, have you?
Down, they put a nice glass onto the stairs.